Welcome to 3D Amazon FBA. Today we're going to talk about Inventory Lab and how they just raised their prices a whopping 65%. Before I get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I've been gone, if you can tell in my voice. I've been sick. I've had COVID, so I've been in bed for about a week. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better and time to get back to work. But, anyways, it's all good. And now we're going to talk about Inventory Lab and their price hike. All right. So I've been using Inventory Lab, it's about 5 years plus, maybe. I've been using Inventory Lab almost since about day one, once I kind of figured out what I was doing with Amazon. So probably about a month and a half after my initial sign up, I heard about Inventory Lab and I signed up. I personally don't think you can run a very good Amazon business without it. Can you? Yes, you can. But Inventory Lab makes everything harder, or without having Inventory Lab, everything's harder. Even Amazon submitting a listing on Seller Central is a nightmare. I can't even understand it because they've changed it since, I used it last like 5 years ago. It has P&L statements. It tracks where you buy your stuff, tracks all your purchases. I do 100% of my accounting on Inventory Lab. I don't use QuickBooks or anything like that. I'm strictly an Inventory Lab user, and it fulfills all of my needs. Even when I submitted my taxes to my CPA this last year, the P&L statement that I got from Inventory Lab, she didn't ask for any additional information or documentation. Everything was on there, and it's really easy to use. So Inventory Lab does everything for my business other than repricing and, of course, making purchasing decisions. But, that's a whole different animal. So they've been $45 since day one for me. So it has been several years since their last price hike. I know Keepa did a price hike a year or two ago. Be Cool, to my knowledge, hasn't done a price hike, and I've been using them for about 4.5 years. But this is the first Inventory Lab price hike that I've had. So, but they are raising the prices from $45 to $69 a month, or $690 a year. So that does save you a little bit of money. That saves you about $120 to do the annual compared to the monthly. So I'm going to probably be switching over from the monthly to the annually because, that's a pretty decent savings, about $120 a month. So, I'm probably going to get in on that. So they've also included something called Insights, which is an add-on for $25 a month. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't really looked at it yet. And another feature they have added for those of you that use third-party, virtual assistants and whatever, you can have unlimited employee accounts onto your account. Again, I do everything myself, literally, so I don't have any use for this. But maybe if you guys have virtual assistants, this might come of use to you. So now let's see what this Insights is, because I haven't really looked into it because I was in bed yesterday whenever I seen this on Facebook. The price hike. So right now you'll get access to a Restock Report, which you should be doing anyways. I don't use a Restock Report because I think those are on there already. But I keep track of all my inventory myself. Actually, I'm actually pretty good about remembering how many of everything that I have. For the most part, if it's something wholesale and I buy like 100 of them, of course, I'm not going to be like, cancel 3, 2, whatever. But, stuff I get retail arbitrage or whatever, I actually do really well remembering how many I have roughly in stock. Okay, and it says there'll be more to come soon, including a sales performance report. So Insights just gives you more reports. This one's just going to tell you, stuff that you need to restock. But again, I prefer to do this myself manually. especially when there's so many people that love taking prices. I don't really care about what some report says, because like I have one item that was a three pack, a variety pack, and I sold out quick. And I went to go order more online while I was in bed the other day and have them delivered to me. And someone dropped the price $3. So I'm not going to order this again because I was only making like four something, and it cost me, I think, roughly $13. Yeah, somewhere around there, $12 to $13. So there's no profit in it for me anymore. So obviously I'm not going to reorder it, but that's something that I do manually. So here's what the restock report will look like. It'll show you. This is actually kind of cool. It'll tell you about how many to replan, uh, when you should do it by. And it looks like it gives you a sales forecast. I can't pause the video, but that's the good thing. There is, once it's done, I can show you. So it shows you your on hand and how many it expects you to sell. So that will save you time of going and looking at Keepa, but you should still go look at Keepa even with this report, because if people are dropping the price, you still don't want to buy it. I mean, this looks pretty cool, and in my opinion, since they're jacking up the price $24, they should probably give this to us. I don't think this report is worth $25 a month when you can do it yourself. Just go to your inventory on Seller Central, and in less than 15 minutes, you could probably go through all of your inventory and be like, okay, blah, blah, this, that, the other, and you can just go order it or write it on your, replen list if you're wanting to go out doing retail arbitrage or whatever the case may be. So I personally do not think this report is worth the $25, and that's what you're getting from this insight, is solely this report at this point in time. I do think that's also kind of tacky that they're selling an add-on for $25 whenever they're saying we're going to give you more for your $25 later, but not yet. They shouldn't charge you full price for an add-on that's not even completely ready yet. It's moving. So you can change stuff up too, I guess, on the report. I'm sure it's much easier to use than wasting your time going to Seller Central, but I still prefer doing things manually, especially for $25 a month. Because that's $300 a year they're wanting you to spend on this report when you can just do it yourself. But you can look at your sales history, which you can do already. You can already look at your sales history. They don't give you a graph, but you can look at, I think they call it ASIN profitability. So you can look at this information, just not in a graph on Inventory Lab. Shows you your sales history, shows you your sales projections, which is actually the only thing really worthwhile on here, is it can show you your projections as far as what you could sell. But you still need to go to Keepa, you still need to go to Amazon to see if the price has changed, and you have to always check up on your competition. So that's what this report does. I think it's cool and all, but I definitely think it's overcharged, and it's really not even complete yet, the the add-on, because there's another report they're adding in too. So that's where I stand on the Inventory Lab. Am I still keeping Inventory Lab? Yes. Do I think they raised their prices way too high? It's worth $69. Inventory Lab is worth $69, especially since you don't need QuickBooks. But raising the prices from $45 to $69 is a massive hike. I don't really think that's such good business. I mean, even Netflix, they had the sense to raise the price like $2 here, $3 there. And that's what most companies do, is they'll jack up. Even Walmart with their grocery prices started off with a 10%, then it was another 10%, and then another 15%. However they did it with their grocery. Their grocery didn't go from like $3 for an item to 5 overnight. They did it gradually over about a year and a half span. I think my local Walmart did 7 price hikes through their entire grocery department, and since about a year and a half. They didn't just go like, boom, here's sticker shock. So I think that's kind of iffy business practices to jack their prices up this much. But it is what it is. It's still a good value, and I'm keeping Inventory Lab. I strongly recommend everybody else keep Inventory Lab because it's a good value. But I think this much of a price hike is kind of dirty. But this is my take on it. I hope this doesn't affect your guys' business that much. This price hike from Inventory Lab. So hopefully you guys got some good information out of all of this. And make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.